Cancelled singles are a weird interest of mine. I love imagining alternate timelines where an artist's career could have gone differently, even if it was just in a small way. Today, I want to look at some of my favorite artists and go over their cancelled singles and whether I personally think they would have been good choices. Let's start off with the one that truly shocked me the most, Madonna's Ain't No Big Deal, which was a B-side to her 1986 hit, Papa Don't Preach. On the surface, the song is your typical 80s dance pop track, with the upbeat and carefree tone that characterized her earlier hits, like Holiday and Lucky Star. Despite being a B-side for Papa Don't Preach, the second single from her third album, True Blue, it's sonically much closer to her 1983 debut. It turns out there's a reason for that, as the song was actually a part of a demo tape she recorded with producer Steve Bray in 1982. The tape was 4 tracks long, 2 of which, Everybody and Stay, ended up on her debut and second album respectively, while Ain't No Big Deal and the other song Don't You Know were left off. Luckily, we did get Ain't No Big Deal as a B-side, and it's alright. It's one of the most basic 80s pop songs I've ever heard. Not that that's a bad thing, but it definitely doesn't scream debut single as much as it screams filler track. Everybody was clearly the better choice for debut, in my opinion. Still, it's a cute bop, and it's easy to find online and on streaming, so check it out if you want to listen to a little piece of Madonna history. Moving across the pond, the Saturday song The Way You Watch Me, featuring Travie McCoy, was planned to be the 4th single from their third album, On Your Radar. Reportedly, a video may have even been in pre-production before the single release was cancelled. There was never an official reason given for its cancellation, though it may have been due to the dwindling sales of the singles from this era, and their label wanting to push newer music instead of milking this album cycle anymore. Either way, this upsets me because I love The Way You Watch Me. It's such a goofy, let loose, catchy as hell track that may not have been a smash hit, but damn it, I selfishly wish we got a video for it. And speaking of girl groups, Girls Aloud member Cheryl had the most successful solo career of anyone in the group. Her 2012 album, A Million Lights, was a smash, with hit singles Call My Name and Under the Sun. The track Screw You, featuring Wretch 32, was gonna be the 3rd single, and released to coincide with Cheryl's autobiography, though this plan was cancelled, as Cheryl reunited with Girls Aloud for their 10th anniversary in 2012. A video for the song was made anyways, so it's not really like much was lost here, just the promotional cycle for a single that may or may not have done that well. I love Screw You, but I don't really know what the general feeling among Cheryl fans is for that one. Do y'all think it was a missed opportunity, or should that one have stayed an album cut? Now of course I gotta talk about my girl Britney, and goddamn does she have a bunch of songs that were gonna be singles. To highlight just a few, her 4th album, In the Zone, had 2 songs, I Got That Boom Boom and Outrageous, that were considered to be the lead single before Me Against the Music was picked. Outrageous was her label's choice for 2nd single, though Britney pushed for Toxic instead. Outrageous did get released as the 4th single, but its promotion was halted when Britney injured herself while filming its video. I Got That Boom Boom was intended to be the 5th single, though obviously that didn't happen either. I gotta say, I unironically stan Outrageous, despite the negative energy surrounding it for Britney fans. So you know what, I'm glad it got released. Jumped over drama and landed on my feet is one of her all-time hardest lines. Meanwhile, I Got That Boom Boom is also a really great party song. You could tell Britney wanted to draw from southern hip-hop during this era, and that's what this track is really emblematic of. I won't say I'm disappointed it wasn't the single though, since my pick from that album would have been Breathe On Me. Skipping to 2007, the bonus track Get Back from her album Blackout was originally going to be the lead single for that era, but it was replaced by Gimme More. Even though Get Back absolutely goes off, I gotta say Gimme More was the better decision. No other era has started with 3 more iconic words than its Britney bitch. And lastly for Britney, the track Alien from her 8th album Britney Jean was likely going to be released as that album's 3rd single. Britney herself teased that it would be in her 2013 documentary I Am Britney Jean, though the song didn't get the single treatment. This could be due to Britney starting her Piece of Me residency in Las Vegas at the time, and not wanting to promote Britney Jean anymore. That whole era was a mess as it was. I have a video going into it if you want to check it out, but let's just say it's no surprise Britney probably didn't want to push any more singles during this time. Moving on to Mother Monster, Lady Gaga similarly has a bunch of songs that were considered to be singles. The track Monster from her EP The Fame Monster was evidently meant to be one. A remix was made by the producer Chu Fu, though according to him, Gaga's label wouldn't give him permission to release it yet. This seems to imply Monster was going to be a single, and had remixes commissioned for it, but plans were ultimately scrapped. It's a damn shame too, cause Monster is literally one of her best songs. A video would have been absolutely killer. Sticking with the same era, Dance in the Dark was meant to be the 4th single, but was replaced by Alejandro. Supposedly, Alejandro had been receiving poor feedback from US radio stations, but Gaga fought with her label to release it over Dance in the Dark, which was their pick. Obviously she got her way, and evangelical Christians have never been the same. Dance in the Dark was a single in France and Russia, so it at least did get some time to shine. I truthfully think every song off the Fame Monster should have been a single, so not getting a video for this one or Monster will always hurt my gay soul just a little bit, but life goes on. Lastly for Gaga, Venus was meant to be Art Pop's 2nd single, but got scrapped due to Do What You Want's rising popularity. Despite this, the song was still released as a promo single, and in October 2013, Gags confirmed that she would release its video as well. Though as of me recording this, we still actually don't know if there was a full video filmed, or if only parts of it were completed. Either way, I think it's pretty safe to assume we'll probably never be seeing it. I don't think Venus would have been the absolute best single for Art Pop, but that era was such a mess, so I feel like regardless of whatever the hell happened back then, we should just move on. And speaking of moving on, since my channel is low-key a Hilary Duff fan page in disguise, I wanted to mention how low-key chaotic the rollout for her 2nd album was. The lead single was 2004's Fly, though after this, Hilary said she was considering Haters to be the 2nd single, before deciding on Weird. Well, someone must have disagreed with her, as neither were released, with Someone's Watching Over Me being picked instead. I do want to mention that this info is coming from Wikipedia, and the links to the article citing it are gone, and I still couldn't find them after doing some digging, so while I don't doubt that this was true, we don't really have a way of verifying it. Regardless, I don't think Weird or Haters were good single choices. I think The Getaway, Jericho, or Do You Want Me were the obvious picks from that album. Hilary, girl, I love you, but you gotta get better taste. That's it for this video, but let me know some other cancelled singles in the comments, since I'd love to make a part 2 to this, and I'll see you next time.